Hey guys, it's Wes, not your normal miner here. Today we've got a video for you. We're talking about our reverse water wall or evaporative cooling. We are a cryptocurrency mining based channel focused on pool testing, overclock setting testing, miner program setting testing. We did build a remote garden location specifically meant for heat removal from our hotbox, as well as everything needed to talk with you about as far as your electric upgrades needed as far as you scaling up. Once again, we've got our remote garden location. You can see here we've got 29 GPUs and 3 ASICs currently, and when those are all running, we put off some serious heat. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking with you a little bit about how we're going to go through our reverse water wall or our evaporative cooling. Now, when I say reverse water wall, first of all, let's talk with you a little bit about a water wall in general. I did first learn about a water wall or evaporative cooling over from Jared, the guys at Digital Gold, with the bit bunker. There will be a link in the description down below to a sweet video about the bit bunker, but that's where I first learned about evaporative cooling. Typically, evaporative cooling will be on the inlet of a facility, so as the hot air comes in, it goes through evaporative cooling a water wall. The water evaporates, cools down, thus giving us cooler air for our rigs. So what we want to do is we need to cool the outlet of our hot box or our remote garden location. The reason I want to do that is you can see here we've got 90.6 plus Fahrenheit coming right out of our hot box. We use two 6-inch inline exhaust fans to suck out the heat there. But what we want to do is, instead of having like what most facilities do, they've got a inlet where it travels over, and then they've got an outlet shooting all the rest of their hot air out. We want to do some type of a closed loop. So what we'll do is we will take the hot air from our hot box, and it's going to be sucked through our two 6-inch inline exhaust fans just like this. And we're going to shoot those over here to our idea of evaporative cooling wall. Well, we do have those exhaust fans. They're going to be able to come up like this and shoot air down. In between these 2x4s, we're going to do some plexiglass so you guys will even be able to see this. But what we're going to do is we're going to build a nice tunnel here. And that tunnel is going to be where the air is going to go through. Now, for evaporative cooling, we do need some type of a water supply. Well, we've got our water supply right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to feed our water supply to pipes. And we're going to have 1 pipe, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's going to happen is we're going to feed water to all of these pipes just like this. Now, you might be thinking, okay, you got water to pipes, well, how are you going to get the air to hit that water? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to drill a lot of tiny little holes into each of our PEX, 1-inch PEX pipes, and what we're going to do is we're going to wrap those with twine that you would use for hops farming. And we're going to wrap those around each of these pipes hundreds and hundreds of times. And then those wraps, we're going to go back and forth, back and forth. So we'll wrap this one, and it's going to go up here. We'll wrap it some more, and they'll go down here. This one's going to be wrapped, and it's going to go down here. So what we're going to do is, in theory, we're going to have water droplets, once we turn it on, that are going to come down all of these pieces of yarn, back and forth, back and forth. So we've got all these water droplets. Well, that's what you need to be able to get evaporative cooling. You need water droplets to hit hot air. So as this hot air comes down through all of this evaporative cooling water, what you'll start to see is that air should start to cool down to when it gets down here, it's nice and cold. And then we will just exhaust the rest of that air out just like this. So today we've been talking with you a little bit about our reverse water wall and how we're planning on doing our evaporative cooling from our hot box. Once again, we first learned about evaporative cooling over at Jared, over at Digital Gold, but we do have a remote garden location. We've currently got 29 GPUs and 3 ASICs, and that is creating quite a lot of heat. Well, instead of removing the heat from the location and having to worry about keeping negative pressures on the inside and the outside and everything like that, we are going to do reverse water wall on the exhaust heat from our hot box. So we've got hot air coming this way, just like this, coming through here through our two 6-inch inline exhaust fans. Once it gets up here at the top, that same hot air is then going to travel through all the string that's got this nice cold water in it, and that's where we're going to get our evaporative cooling. Our pieces of PEX we're going to drill lots of tiny holes in and wrap with twine. Well, that twine, I hope, is going to absorb enough water so that it's just not raining like a sieve in here, and that water just travels down each of these pieces of twine, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of twine. And once that hot air coming up here, 90 plus degrees Fahrenheit on our inlet, 90.6 what we're seeing here. Well, as it gets down here closer towards the bottom, that hot air is going to start to cool down. And once it's here, the temperature should be a little different. And then once it gets down here, that temperature should be a lot cooler, thus out to the rest of our location so that it can get circulated back around. So what we've been talking with you today is about our idea of evaporative cooling. Once again, we are a cryptocurrency mining based channel focused on pool testing, overclock setting testing, miner program testing, as well as building this remote garden location so we could talk with you about everything from heat removal in the hot box to our reverse water wall and evaporative cooling, as well as all of the electric updates needed as you try to scale up. If you guys like this kind of content, please give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. Comment down below. Tell us why you don't like it. If you like this stuff as well, we really cherish that subscription. If you're new to the channel, we'd really appreciate the subscription. You can also hit that alarm button, and that way you'll get all of our latest and greatest. But if you didn't like this content, comment down below. Tell us why. In the link down below, there's also, in the comments down below, there's also going to be some links. One of those is going to be to Twitter. That's where you're going to be able to keep up with our latest and greatest live streams and as well as everything else that we're working on. You can also hit that link down below to bit.tube. Nice thing about bit.tube is for content watchers, you're going to be paid in tube for watching. For content creators, you're going to be paid while people are watching your content. So it's pretty neat. We don't have any BitTube exclusive material, but that is something that we are currently working on. If you want to speak to me directly, in the link down below in the description, you're going to find that link to Discord. That'll take you over to the technicals. Right down there, you're going to find Not Your Normal Miner YouTube, and over there you're going to find things like, one of our miners hashing away. This is our 8x1070 Ti rig, as well as some different things from the community. But today, once again, we have been talking with you about our shot at our reverse water wall and our evaporative cooling, trying to take our temperatures from this 90.6 on our hot box, trying to bring it back around to about 60 to 70 degrees in the rest of the basement where our remote garden location is. If you like this stuff, please comment down below. Tell me why. If you don't, please let us know why. But this is Wes, and I'm Not Your Normal Miner, and we've been walking you through our idea on our reverse water wall for evaporative cooling. Thank you.